Hello and happy Friday. Let me get this group video pinned. I'm very close to the camera again. No one here yet anyway. Oh, there's one person. Market's announcement. Okay, there we go. Hi. Oh, there's more people. Welcome. It's Friday. Thank goodness. We are doing a couple things today. We are doing our plant Doodle page. We are also announcing a winner. Sorry guys, I just got an alert that someone is posting stuff they shouldn't. So I'm trying to remove it right now. I hate this stuff. Why do people have to do this? Why? Why do they have to share inappropriate things on the group? Okay, whatever. I'll figure that out later. Sorry guys, welcome. It's Plant Doodles. We had a little weird thing happening right there. We are drawing plants. We're doing it as a doodle page. I made it a little more cartoony. I gave everything faces. You'll see that in a second. And then we also have our winner of our contest. So I did go with the old bowl and paper with all the names. I was going to do it differently and have like a computer system pick. And then I just decided I would go ahead and do it this way. I don't think I am seeing your comments. No, I'm not. So fun times today, this Friday. It's been amazing so far. So I'm going to go ahead and dig around in here and pick a winner for our 100th drawing. So I see your hellos now. Hi, Amanda, Renee, Linda, Rosie, but I can't see any of your comments on the screen. So let me just tousle. I'll put it behind my head so you know I'm not looking. And I got one. And the winner is Sherry Griffin. So Sherry Griffin, if you're here, you are the winner of our 100th drawing contest. If you're not here, I will be in touch anyway. I will send you a message. If we haven't messaged before, make sure you check that weird other folder because sometimes it gets lost. Or you can also message me. If you don't see a message, message me. So Sherry Griffin, that's the name. So you can see it. It's backwards, but that's what it says. Okay, now that's done. Let me show you what we are drawing today. Turn my light on. Flip you around. I pre-drew the doodle page today. Sometimes I don't. I just do it live here with you guys. But today I was sitting wanting to draw last night while I was watching a show. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and draw our little plants. So I did lots of different kinds of plants. Your kind of house plants, your succulent plants, cactus. I did, a couple different things. So we will be doing this. Oh my gosh, is there seriously something else being reported? What is going on right now? Okay. I'm under attack. Okay, anyway. Here we go. Let's do this. I'm not going to worry about that stuff. at the moment. I'll look at it later. Let me go back to where I was so I can see your comments at least on the computer screen. Okay, there we go. So let's do our doodle. So much distraction today. Okie dokie. Let's start with this guy in the corner. I'm just going to give this one, and you know, I do not know the names of plants, so I'm not going to really, some of them I do, you know, it's a cactus, it's a succulent. This is just more of a house plant. I actually have this plant in my house. I just don't know what it's called. So I'm doing two slightly curved lines for the top and the bottom of my pot, but I'm really just kind of keeping it rather rectangular shaped. And then I'm just going to do these like wavy leaves that come to a point. So see, like that. And, oh gosh, what's his name? I don't have all their names memorized. I always have to look at a sheet. I should put a post-it on all my plants to remind me. I can't remember. This one is this one Trish? I don't remember. I do name all my house plants, but then, you know, I'm kind of terrible at names, so then I forget. So some of the plants you can see the leaves I'm going to take all the way down to the base of the plant. Others I will take short like I did this one, and then I'll just pick up another that kind of disappears back behind. So you kind of want to just create this like layering effect. There's no real like right or wrong way to do this. They can be as wavy as you like. You can fill all the space, or you can even leave, like I'm going to leave a little hole in here. And then inside these leaves, I'm just going to do some little lines. These leaves are typically, they're kind of green with these like white lines in them. Since it's hard to do that kind of white stripe within a drawing, we just do these like little black detail lines instead. Now you can decorate your pots however you want. I'm kind of doing each one of them different, and I did give all of my plants a face in this drawing. You don't have to do that either. If you want to keep it a little more realistic, you can do that. This pot, I'm just going to do a stripe at the top. So what I would probably do is color that stripe a different color. And then I'm just going to do little closed eyes with lashes. And a little smile. And let's do some little eyebrows up here off to the side. And there's my first little plant. I'm going to do a bigger guy right here. And this one I'm going to do more of that tiered style pot. So I'm going to do a slightly curved line at the top. Almost all of my plants are going to have this slightly curved line. Then I'm going to angle this out. And then curve and connect it. And then the line on the bottom will go, you want to go in a little bit from the corner, and then you're going to angle it in. And then you end up with this kind of tiered shape pot. The part kind of has the top part and the lower part. And then with this guy, I'm going to start with the leaves. The leaves are a heart heart-ish shape. So I'm kind of doing that curve like a heart, and then I'm bringing it down, and then I'm waving to a point, and then you'll come up and reconnect. So see how they look like a droopy heart or like a melting heart would be another good way to describe them. Now, some of them you're going to show the full leaf. Others you're going to have hiding behind. So like this one, I might start part of it here. Have this one a little smaller. So this one is in front of this one behind. Again, when we're working in pen, we have to make sure that we are, you know, layering correctly. I'll have another one up off of here where I'm just seeing one side. Maybe it's a little bit smaller. I'm going to do another one just kind of floating up here, up above, and I'll make this guy nice and big. Maybe one more over here that's kind of a baby. And maybe let's do one more down here that's on the smaller side too. Now you have, for me right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to make sure I draw 6 stems, and I want the stems, imagine the stems are kind of living where the V of the heart is. So if the stem was here, it would start right about there and come down. And then I'm just going to bring it through on the other side of my plant. I'm just going to do a line. You could definitely make this thicker, like you could do, I'll go ahead and just do a little double line right here if you want. So this one I might have right here. Since I double lined that one, I'm going to go ahead and double line all of them now. This one I'm going to have off to this side. There's one here, which I'd imagine the stem is right about there. There's this one here, put the stem right there. And then this one's missing its stem. And if it was going through the plant, it would come right back here on the other side. Now you're going to, you can leave it just like this. You could draw like oval shapes. There's a monstera, I think is what it's called, plant, where it has these like cutouts in the plant. You could do that. Or what I'm going to do is a striping. So right down the center, I'm going to put a line in each leaf. And I'm just going to use that point of the heart as the guide of where the line is. And then I'm going to do lines that angle out to the edge. Just like that. So I'm going to do that on all of my leaves. And when you're coloring these, you know, you can do them in like multiple colors. You can blend, or you could be a little more geometric and do like green, yellow. You can kind of really play around with the colors. You'll just, since we're just doing a doodle page today, doing lots of different styles of plants, you'll actually just be coloring on your own. And so that is that guy, but I want to give him a face too. I'm going to give this guy a mustache. So I'm going to draw that teardrop shape out to the side. So see, it's a teardrop, and then I do the same shape the other way. I'll put a little bottom lip down here. I'm going to color the mustache in. And then for this one, I thought it would be kind of funny for him to have a monocle. So I'm just going to draw a circle with a little line off to the side. You could even do like a little chain hanging down. And then I'll put his eyeball in the middle and then another eyeball over here. So he's got a little mustache and a monocle. Right here, let's do a little kind of, I don't know, lily-like plant, maybe. I don't know what the names are. But I'm going to draw a little teacup. So I am going to do another kind of curved line. This one's going to be a little bit more curved since it's a teacup. I'm going to bring them down on both sides. And then I'm going to draw a little saucer at the bottom. So I'm going to have a line that goes across and goes outside of the cup a little bit. And then comes down. And then off to the side here, we're going to draw a handle. So we're just going to do two curved lines, one inside the other for the handle of our teacup. And this is another one where I'm doing flowers on this one, and I want to put those in first. So I'm doing kind of a C-star shape. I'm just going to do like hot dog tip, hot dog tip, hot dog tip, hot dog tip, hot dog tip. See that? So it creates like a little star. If that's too hard for you, you can also just do like, you know, the kind of this kind of shape, like just do little cloud-like shape flowers. And then I'm going to make these all different sizes. Some are bigger, some are really little. Some of the little ones can just kind of layer in. If they run into the other petal, you can just kind of leave it buried behind. So put as many of those little flowers as you want. I'm going to put a little dot in the center of each of these little flowers. And then I'm going to start adding some leaves. So the leaves, I'm going to have a line that curves up out of the teapot and then comes down the teacup. Same on the other side, up and down in. And then I'm going to draw a couple more of those. These are going to go into the flowers. So you're going to jump the line of the flower. And I'll just fill a little bit more. I'm not going to worry about like lines from each of these petals. You could even just do some little pointy, like there's leaves in the background. So when you're coloring this, I would color all of these this background area green to fill it in. And then I would probably do, in fact, let's do a little bit of coloring. Sometimes I do like to show you. So I'm going to do kind of a purpley, magenta-y color for these flowers. My pencil's kind of dead, so it's not quite coloring in very well. but it'll at least give you guys an idea. And since I pre-drew, I will still have a coloring page for those that want a coloring page. And then I would take green and I would come in all of this space. So just kind of scribbling that green. It doesn't have to be solid because you would imagine that you'd see some space between the leaves, even in the background. Or maybe the leaves themselves have some white in them. So see how I did that? So I'd put some green in that empty space and then it grounds the flowers. And I'm just going to do some 2 little eyes. And I'm going to give a happy little open smile on that little teacup. Oh gosh, I have a squeaky chair today. Now I want to do one hanging plant. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of the back of the cup right there, I just realized. So if you have room here, since this is more of a dramatic curve, if you have some space on the side where it's just hanging, just attach a little line into the leaf so then it looks like it's inside that cup. Because we're going to do this for our hanging plant too. So I'm going to do 2 bowls that are hanging on top of each other. So again, much like the cup here, I'm going to make it a little bit more curved. So there's that. I want them to be about the same size. So you're kind of just eyeballing, making sure they end around the same area. Okay, so there's my 2 bowls. Now, to connect them, I'm going to put these little tiny circles down the side of the bottom of one till it reaches the other. This could be chain, it could be beads, it could be kind of a woven material. So I have that connection. Now my 2 bowls are connected. Down below my bowls, because I'm doing more of like a woven material, I'm going to put 3 little ovals. See that? How they're just stacked? And inside those ovals, I'm going to do stripes for texture, like it's rope. And then I'm going to do more circles hanging down, like their little fringe. And now I need to connect it up at the top. So from this corner, I'm going to come up. Same on the other side. At the top of this, I'm going to put some of those ovals again that are stacked. The lines inside. And then a row of circles right in the center. So see, now that gave me that look like it's a little hanging planter. Inside this, I'm going to do some cactus. So I'm just going to do hot dog shapes. I'm going to put 2 of them, one here, one a little taller here. A line down the middle of them. And then I'm going to put little pricklies. So just little tiny dash marks on the outsides and on that center line. And I can zoom in on that again. See how I did that? So it looks like a cactus, pokey little cactus. But see how it's now just open space here? I need to close that bowl off. So I'm going to put a little line going to the cactus on one side and a little line on the other. And now my cactus looks like it's sitting inside of the bowl. For this bottom one, I'm going to do these, it's this cute little like lily pad flowers, leaves. So I'm just actually really drawing circles. I can do some smaller, some bigger, and I'll draw a line from each of these little lily pads down into my bowl. I'm going to do that bowl line in the back. And then I'm just going to put a little center in the middle of my lily pads. I want to give these guys faces too. So I'm going to give them similar faces in that I'm just going to do circle eyes. But this guy, I'm going to put his pupils up towards the top. And I'm going to give him a straight mouth, like he's serious. And then this guy, same eyes, but I'm going to put those little pupils at the bottom, like maybe he's looking down. And I'll give this guy a smile. Now, the next guy we're going to do, I'm going to draw a line. Let me give myself some room here. A line across. Bring it down and in. Down and in. And then connect. And this is actually going to be a spider plant. This one I do know the name of. Oh, you know what? I can't make this a spider plant because I needed to do the leaves first. So we're going to totally flip these around right now. That's the beauty of when you're drawing with pen. If you forget to account for something, you just change it. So we're going to do more of just kind of a leafy succulent type plant. So I'm just doing a wavy line. I'm going to put a leaf branch right there. I'm going to put one right here. Maybe a little one going this way. I'm going to have one coming off of this. And then I'll do one more right here, kind of going off to the side. So I'm just going to place all of the little lines where I might have stems. And then I'm just going to do little teardrop shapes randomly along these branches. Now some of them I might do bigger, and I might bundle like 4 of them. And then I might make a space and just put 2 on this side. Maybe another big one here. You just kind of play around. They don't have to be the same size. They don't have to follow the same pattern. They can follow any pattern that you want them to. Maybe here on this one, I have some bigger leaves off to each side. You could even do a bunch, like one has a bunch of them. And I'll make some space there. And you can make this as thick or as thin as you want. If you want to fill this and really add a bunch more, you can do that. You don't have to just have like these big spacing between all of the branches. You could have a much fuller plant than what I'm doing. You can put some of the back of the bowl if you feel like you want to put the back of the bowl back here. You can do that. And like I said, you could just keep, like, maybe I put another one in here. You could have some hanging down in your planter. Maybe there's some that come up and come down. So you do whatever you want with your plant. And this guy, I'm just going to give a simple face and do 2 dots for eyes and then a happy mouth. Now over here, I'm going to do one that lives inside of a jar. So I'm going to do kind of an oval shape up at the top. I'm going to make a little neck. And then just coming out kind of like that mason jar shape. So I'm coming out slightly. And then I'll curve and connect the bottom. I'm going to give some little stripes along this neck. And then I'm also going to put a little line here up at the top as if I'm seeing the other side of the neck and doing little stripes along that as well. I'm going to put a dirt line. I'm going to do something really similar to this plant here and just do kind of a stem with those little teardrop leaves on it. Again, kind of going with the succulent style, but this one I'm just going to put them evenly on both sides. And then this, I'm just going to go wild with a bunch of loops that are different sizes that all connect at the center. And just make this little guy. Now you can leave it just like this, or if you wanted to, you could even do little roots down into the plant as if you're seeing in the sand. I instead am just going to give a little face, and I'm going to do a similar face to what I did for this succulent over here. Maybe this guy will have cheeks though. I'll have little circle cheeks off to the side. I'm going to do another cactus right here in the middle. Similar shape to this pot, but smaller. I'm going to make the line more straight across. Line in on each side. Connect it. And then coming out of this pot, I'm just going to draw a circle. I'll draw from the top a curved line going to the left and a curved line going to the right. Now you could definitely have this flowering, and you could just do these little loopy bits at the top. And then I'm just going to put 3 little bundled pricks down the side, some on this. To give it that cactus look. And then I'm going to give this guy circled eyes. Let's give some lashes for this one. Color it in, leaving just a little circle of light in there. And then this guy's going to be giving an oh no face. Oh no, don't get poked. Now you could definitely write like plant names, maybe give your plants a bunch of names, and they don't have to be the names of the plants. Like I said, here in my house, I have all kinds of plant names, and I just give them human names for my plants. So you could come up with names for each of your plants and write the name next to your plant. You could actually write what kind of plant you're drawing if you know the actual plant name. You could just leave it blank. You could write some cute little plant sayings. You can personalize it, again, however you like. So next up, we're going to do this palm. I'm going to start with a bowl that's on a stand. So I'm going to draw a rectangle shape here in the middle. My bowl is going to be coming off of this shape. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the top, make it about the same distance on each side. So this is centered. And then you're going to take that bowl and come down to this leg of your planter, hop the line, and then come make the other side. It looks a little goofy at this point, but what you'll do is you'll add your other leg. So the other leg is going to start evenly on this outside. You're going to draw another rectangle. And then on this side, you're going to do another one. You want them all about the same size. And then you're going to do a line that goes up to the base. So up like this on this side. And then on this side. And that way it gives this where it looks like a plant stand. And then I'm going to do palms. So I'm going to put one other rectangle inside my pot right here. Maybe I'll make a shorter one right here. And then a tall in the middle. And you can do as many palm stems as you want. I'm going to zigzag from top to bottom to give it that textured look, and then zigzag the opposite direction so they crisscross. So starting in this corner, zigzag down. And then starting in this corner, zigzag down. And then they end up naturally making that crisscross design. Lastly, on this one, start in this corner. And then start in this corner. And then the palm shapes, you'll have some that are kind of short. It's kind of like we did with this plant here. Some that are longer. You'll layer them. And then I'm also going to do some lines in these palms. Do the same here. Maybe this one I have two right in the middle. So you're just making your palms as full or as thin as you want. The leaves can be as short or as long as you want, whatever works for you. And they don't all have to match either. They can all look different. Like when I'm working on this one, I'm not even looking at what I did for the others. I'm just kind of doing each one independently because that's what plants look like, right? They all look very different from each other. And then I'm going to give this guy big eyes. And I actually think this ends up looking like an elephant, like it has a trunk. Let's do a circle right in the center with a little circle of light. And then I just put the mouth coming off of each side with a little smile. It's like our elephant planter. Okay, our last one is our spider plant. And our spider plant, we actually have to draw the plant first. So I'm going to do similar to what I did here, and I'm just going to kind of draw these lines that like point out and then come back in, and then I'll have one that comes down. Maybe another one that goes this way, and those can be wavy lines, thick lines, thin lines. I'll have one that comes out way over here. So I'm going to start with that, okay? And then I'm going to put some that are layered in the back. Some might be shorter, some might be longer. Some are going to poke up. That one just kind of has one living behind it, and then we'll just do another here in the middle. So now that I have this part, now I can draw the actual pot. So you're going to have to gauge like where you want your pot to be. I'm going to have mine around right here. So if I'm drawing the pot, I would only see that much of that line. I wouldn't see any there. I'd see a little bit right there, a little bit right there, and some there. And then I'm going to make this pot rounded, just like that. But I'm not done, because the cute thing about spider plants is they have these sprouts that hang out. So I'm going to put one coming this way, I'm going to put one in the middle, and one that kind of comes off this way. And then at the end of these guys, I'm going to do this kind of thing again, where I just do these little 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one. Let's put this one right here. That one I did 5 on. Let's have one over here. That one's smaller. And so this is just the little spiders. That's why they call it a spider plant, is it sprouts all these little like spiders off of it, these little babies. And then I'll just do some little texture lines within those leaves. Now this guy's eyes, I want them kind of hiding behind the leaves. So I'm going to put one right here and then one right here. Like it's almost like his hair is in his eyes. I kind of think that looks funny. We'll put a little pupil there, and then we would just see a little bit of the eyeball on that side. And then I'm going to give him a side smile with a little tongue. And that is your spider plant. So there you go. That's your plant doodle page. We kind of have a bunch of different plants going on. Like I said, you can add, design work. Maybe this pot has polka dots on it too within the face. You could add stripes to others. They don't all have to be like plain pots. And the fun thing about adding the little design into the pots is that now you've given yourself space to add other color. So maybe even this guy, maybe this guy has diagonal stripes along the top, and then you could do that multiple colors and then have the base, solid. Whatever you want to do, you could color, this guy one color, but then have his plant stand be a different color. You could do a design within your teapot. You just really kind of make these drawings your own and do whatever you like. Add your little sayings in. And then lastly, just make sure you put your name and your age and where you're from. And that's it for our plant doodle page today. So thank you for coming again. Congratulations to Sherry Griffin. Sherry, if you did arrive, you won our 100th drawing contest that we had. I will be back live on Wednesday. So this is not a sip and draw weekend. I'll be back with you guys on Wednesday, and then just keep looking for the official announcement on how to join the Patreon if you are interested in receiving more drawings and more bonus materials through the week. So thank you very much, you guys. Happy drawing and have a good, safe weekend.